What's good, you guys, and welcome back to my channel for another speed build. And today I have built a I call it the Midwest suburban house because, as you guys know from my last video, I am originally from Ohio and I've been here on quarantine for about a month now. So I've had a lot of kind of inspiration around because those are some of my favorite houses to build, like just the big suburban homes. And this is that. This is a 4 bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home. Yes, I try to get that down because I added a lot of stuff kind of as I went. This house has a basement, it has a pool, it has a really cool garage that I can't wait for you to see me furnish. I kind of had this idea that the garage is actually a storage room and it's not just clutter, so you'll actually be able to pick things out depending on the season and put them in your house. It's just kind of already in the garage for you. But as you can see, we just switched lots. I actually end up switching lots one more time just because I didn't want all of this space. This right now I switched it to like a 50 by something lot and it was just too much space on the right side. I wanted it to be more like snug into the lot, but the first lot that I did, the garage wouldn't fit because the way that the house is, the garage is detached and it kind of wraps around into the back, so I needed a lot of space over there to fit the garage. And also this room that we're putting on, that ends up being like a renovated like media room, almost like a entertainment chill room. You will see that this house has a formal living room, a dining room, kitchen, office, 3 bedrooms upstairs, a basement with a home gym, and another guest bedroom and bathroom. So as I like to do with my house is like I go into the house with a story, and that really helps me furnish. I assume this is a couple middle-aged who had a teenage son that lived downstairs and maybe he went away to college. So now that they've kind of finally got him out of the house, they have a home gym. They decided to renovate their basement and finish it and to make it a home gym and kind of clean up where the teenage son used to stay in the basement. And now it's very nice. Honestly, my favorite part of the house. So this is the basic framework of the house. I wouldn't know what style you would call this. Honestly, I'm not really good with styles unless it's like a Victorian or a craftsman. I'm not sure. I just call these suburban homes. But I wanted the terrain paint to kind of I wanted the terrain to sit right at the foundation, so I raised it up. And as you can see in the front, there's like stairs that lead up as well, so the house ends up kind of being on a hill, but it's smoothed out nicely so it doesn't look like out of place coming from, the flat lots that you get with the Sims 4, which is something I do like doing on my lots a lot now that at first the terrain manipulation tool was kind of hard for me, and then I ended up getting the hang of it by going back to the Sims 3 and kind of refamiliarizing myself. Is that a word? I don't know. But custom content, I did use custom content windows on this home, so I am just saying, for the sake of, if you download this house and you don't have these windows, the house will have no windows, or it will replace them with windows that don't look as good. These windows look exactly like the windows on the real life house that I'm trying to recreate, and I'm pretty sure they're by Peacemaker Sims. They're such amazing windows. I use them all the time. They've not broken my game. So that will be required, as well as the shutters on the windows. Those are actual 2 separate pieces that you can use on any window. So I really recommend you download those. Right now we're building this big, huge back deck. I figured that whoever lives here also renovated the back deck, added a pool, and this little gazebo area that I ended up really, really liking. I cannot speak today for the life of me. I've tried filming this voiceover 5 times, and I kept jumbling and slipping on my words. And we're just going with it now. I'm going with it, and if I slip on my words, I apologize. But we should be moving to a new lot again soon, maybe? I'm not sure. But I hope you guys are having a very happy Friday. That is when I'm filming this voiceover, and I should be able to go ahead and upload it right after this. I just have to take some of the I just have to film the little mini movie at the end, but I should be able to get this uploaded today, if not then tomorrow. So happy Friday or Saturday, wherever you are in the world. I'm just kind of going into the house now and adding a few extra details and things. You'll notice that this video is a lot shorter. It's about half the runtime of my last video. My first video was like an hour long, and I realized after uploading it and watching other speed builds that that's very, very long. So this one, I clipped it up a lot more, not really showing you the layout and things that take me a long time and are kind of irrelevant. I decided to cut those out. But as you can see, we have now moved lots. We have moved lots, I'm pretty sure. No, we have not. I'm sorry. I'm so eager to move lots, but we're just building this garage. I love that Discover University brick. It looks very garage-y. And I like that. Just adding this front detail on the little overhang for the front porch, which I really liked. This is where I tried to fill in the room to add a trim, but I should have just added a whole room, because I was trying to do a detail where like the middle was out, as you saw, but it didn't really work. I could have made it work out, but I got lazy and just decided to go with that. I'm pretty sure I've already laid the inside layout down as well and painted. I spared everyone. Oh, I have not painted, but I have done the layout. This layout does not change, but there are 2 identical bedrooms and the master suite up here, as well as 2 bathrooms. I really like the layout of this house. It was really quick, surprisingly, but now we're just going in with some more terrain manipulation. I did want the deck to show. I wanted the bottom where the decking is, I wanted that to show. But I'm just going in, doing some back fencing in this backyard pool area. I wanted this to be flat, but I also wanted the fence to connect, and it ended up it wouldn't connect, so I kind of rigged it up. But doing some more terrain manipulation, trying to get that perfect hilly look. But this is where you can see that I tried to make it look natural with the fence coming off, but at the end of the day it didn't even work, because I moved the lot and the fence disappeared. When I tried to put it back, it didn't work, so I just ended up taking that out completely. But yes, like I said, these are my favorite style of builds. I love this roofing. The roofing is something that I've never really done before. The roof that hangs from the first floor and kind of wraps around to the back. I've never tried that before, but I remember seeing this house when I was driving, and I was like, that house, you can just tell when you see a house that you can build on Sims, and this was one I felt like I could build on Sims, and it looks exactly like this house. There's no doubt about it, like, no room for imagination. I can tell you guys without a reference picture that this house looks exactly like the house that I was trying to build. So I'm just adding on this little back roofing area, just again to add more detail to the house so it doesn't look so boxy. This is a very boxy shape, so I wanted to make it look a little more exciting. So I added these bump outs in the front and the back off of the kitchen, what will be the kitchen area. This next part is a garage. This is another custom content piece that will be required. It's also from Peacemaker Sims, but they're these little brick pieces that I used a different one, but I framed because I hate when you make garages in Sims 4 and it just, when you use the arch method, the siding or the wallpaper that you use, it sticks out past the arch, and I hate that. So I went in with those little pieces and made my own faux garage door. So that's another, it's not required, but I really recommend it, because if not, it'll look kind of wacky if you don't. I decided to go in and put this very, very green grass. The husband probably loves to go out and cut the yard. But I was gonna add in grass lines, but my patience was wearing thin when I tried, so I just completely edited that part of me trying to make grass lines out. But I honestly would kind of like a pack where we can do more like house chores. I know that's stupid, but I like something like cutting the grass or um, what was I gonna say? Vacuuming, things like that. Like little things that would make the game more real because I am a realism player, so I would like that. I have moved a lot now, and I really love this lot because it gives us two entrances to the house, technically, from the street. But that little piece of me with the terrain paint, I was just going around the edges and erasing it, so it kind of blended in more with the lots around it that had that more dingy looking grass. So I wanted it to look natural, like it didn't just cut off like that. And this is where I deleted that little foundation piece, and I just decided to put some plants and kind of make it look like the fence went right up to it, but there was a little like hidey hole, like I don't know, maybe like squirrels come in through there or something. Not squirrels. Squirrels can do anything. This is like the worst voiceover ever. I have no clue what I'm saying anymore. Someone take the microphone away from me. But yeah, I just closed it off there with some high plants. And I really loved the way that this back patio looked after I switched lots because the back pool and the back area was just looking a little too big with that 50 by 40 lot, I think it was. So this just made it look a little bit better. And then back here I decided to kind of rough up the grass because I figured this is where, it's right by the fence. As you can see, I'm making a little pathway. I'm going to put the trash bins over there. This is kind of where you take the trash out. You're going to be rolling the trash, so I wanted it to look a little more traveled around this back garage area, which it usually does. I feel like my house at home, it looks more traveled around like the shed where all of our outdoor stuff is. I'm also putting in these floodlights because, again, this is a suburban house. We love a good floodlight to catch our robbers that we do not have in The Sims 4, but that's okay. This little piece I also took from inspiration from the photo because this lot technically went right up to another house on the next lot that had a fence, and then it was kind of lined in plants. But there was no lot there, so I just kind of made the trees sit up on a little bit of a hill and then littered it with trees and bushes and things, which we will skip ahead here in a minute because this took me a while just to kind of plan out. But you can see very, very nice landscaping just around there. It's like a lot, but it's not too much. But yeah, I don't know. I like that little it's like a wall of hedges, like shrubbery, and then there's it's flat right there because there's an entrance, and then there's more trees. So that's why I said it ended up working out with this lot, because the fact it was a corner lot, it had two entrances, the garage was right there. It ended up working out perfectly, but I'm just going in, kind of easing up the terrain paints. That's kind of a tip that I can give for terrain painting is, when you go to put terrain paint down around bushes and stuff, always go around with the eraser or the same colored grass and just kind of blend it in by decreasing the sharpness down to pretty much none, and it'll just perfectly blend in the grass to the dirt. That's like my favorite thing to do with terrain painting in The Sims. I'm not sure where we're about to go next. The front. Again, just pretty much like basic suburban style landscaping here in the front with these rocks. I tend to use these a lot as well. And then those trees they keep disappearing because they are like really big trees that I've sized down because I thought that they would just look really good there. I had some rocks that decided to float away, so I had to manipulate the terrain a little bit more. But all in all, I really love the hill in the front turned out perfect with the stairs. I love that. Very proud of myself. I tend to not really play with like terrain manipulation and stairs and stuff because it tends to be kind of finicky, but I just bit the bullet and decided to rough around with it. But I've walled. I was about to say walled. I painted all the walls and floors. I wanted to put in footage of me putting in the basement though, because there is another custom content piece, because you guys know I love my custom content appliances. So there is a custom content washer and dryer and another piece down here. But this is the basement. Like I said, it's supposed to have that look of renovation, like completely renovated. So that's why we're using the white doors. These doors are custom content from the Sam & Georgian set. I'll have all of the custom content linked below. And also this floor is custom content, and I felt like it looked like laminate flooring, so it was more modern. You'll see the rest of the house has like original hardwood floors and very brown. This basement is very new, like they just renovated it like last year, so it's very bright laminate floors, white hardware and stuff. So I liked that kind of differentiation with that. And then there's a lot of closets down here because I figured this is where they store a lot of their stuff because it's the basement. But yeah, it looks very brand new. And we're switching out to the back pool for a second, just picking the tiles. I guess that was necessary to keep in here. But yeah, lots of browns, lots of tans in this house, which is my favorite color. So people always ask, what's your favorite color? And it is brown. So now we are about to go in and do the garage, which I said is my favorite room of the house. Surprisingly, I've never put this much detail into a garage. I love this lamp so much from Strangerville. It has like an outlet. It legitimately looks like the light that we have in our garage at my house here in Ohio. But here I am putting these holiday boxes. These holiday boxes are an item that I thought was so realistic with seasons because I have the same boxes and I keep my holiday stuff in the same. So I put a few of those around. And like I said, I also put a hookah in here. I felt like that was fun. I don't know. This is another custom content object. I know. It just made it more realistic. It's just some firewood. I'm also going to find that, link it down below. You can see I put some pool floaties. I put a jet ski. I wish we had the thing like we had in Sims 3 to put like the jet ski and the boats on top of that you attach to the car, because who just sits a jet ski on the garage floor? Like nobody. But it's whatever. Put a little air conditioning unit in the garage. And then here I am putting on, they're like, I figured these were Nest cameras, but they're just the big security cameras that I sized down. They're like, so very common in suburban houses now to have the Nest cameras. So I honestly put that detail in a lot of my houses, like suburban houses. But yeah, the garage also is a skill building place. You can do floristy things, as well as woodworking. I put some old TVs out here. There's a fish trap if you want to put it in your inventory and go fishing. That cooler's over there, so you can bring the cooler out by the pool. Like, that's what I meant by it's a usable room. So, you know, if it's summertime, you can pull the coolers out. You can pull, you know, stuff out. I put old furniture and stuff like that. So that was pretty much the garage until the video tour, but now we've moved on to the kitchen, which you will see me choose the cabinets here in a second. Very traditional cabinets. I didn't want it to look like brand new, but I didn't want it to look like dingy old. So a lot of the pieces I feel like look like, you know, it's the original part of the house, but maybe the wife loves home goods. When I was thinking, when I was building this house, decorating it, I was putting in a lot of more, all of the objects that are fixed, so like counters and things that are fixed into the walls look original, and then I would put little modern like art pieces that looks like they would come from Home Goods, so it doesn't look like a complete antique home. There are some new elements, obviously, with the renovated basement and home gym, and then this room I'm going to decorate next, which is the entertainment room, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I really like this kitchen. I usually do a very modern kitchen, so it's always nice to go and do more classic things because I very much am a modern person. But yeah, I love this kitchen. I love the little nook with the laptop. That's very realistic, you know, doing homework on the island, because it wasn't big enough to fit like a standalone island, so I just used that space over there. And just kind of putting in some little appliances. I did not use custom content appliances in the kitchen. You will be proud of me. But yes, just putting in like that is like a Bill thing. In my mind, the parents went to like Brightchester, so you will find little university things here and there throughout the house. But yeah, just going in doing some detailing with the kitchen. This whole little corner changes because I liked that corner a lot with the bookcase. I feel like that bookcase is kind of kitchen appropriate, but I really wanted that broom. So I just moved the plates over here and I put the broom in the trash can over there in one corner rather than having the trash can in the doors and stuff like that. But this is that room I was talking about. I figured this, again, is a room they decided to renovate, so they painted over, the brick and got some new furniture. This, I built it to be like those, for those couches you get with like the cup holders, those like movie theater couches. I figured that I really liked that. So I really liked this room. One of my favorite rooms in the house. Just very modern. This is one of the things. Maybe they got their Trump check, their stimulus check, and decided to renovate their little rec room. But this is where they come and watch movies and listen to music. And then on the other side of the house, when you first enter, it's like a formal living room where everything is like in a perfect place and looks like it stepped right out of the 19 somethings. I don't know. But yes, gaming system, little Alexa smart speaker, nice stereo, and then I also put the matching bar in here too, because I wanted this to be kind of an entertainment hub. At first I wanted it to be like a lot of entertainment objects, but the room is kind of skinny and long, so we just went with a bar, entertainment kind of room, more of an adult room. This is the room right off of, to the left, I don't know my directions. This is the room right to the right when you walk in, and it's kind of a walk-through office. It's not really, a separate room, but because you have to walk through it to get to the kitchen, so I didn't want it to make it look like such specifically an office, more of just like a computer room, if you will, I guess. And I really like that. As you can see, the browns, lots of woods. I wanted to use a lot of furniture that looks like maybe it was handed down. I love that chair, by the way. That's one of my favorite little hallway chairs to use in this game. But yeah, put a nice mirror above our desk, and then I love this detail in the corner that I put the little corner shelf. It looks so perfect in this room, like it was just meant to be there. That umbrella thing moves because why would you walk through the house with a wet umbrella to put it in the office? I don't know. But yeah, this is our little office, and then now we are switching to the formal living room, which honestly I keep saying this about every room, but I really like this room as well. I used another piece of custom content in here. I did. It is not the coffee table, but I'm pretty sure Ravishing I'm pretty sure that's the creator, she or he did add-ons, so this little table is just an add-on of that coffee table, and I love it because it looks like it matches in a set. Bookcase is Realm of Magic. Again, I did not limit myself with packs. I am going to come out with a few pack-specific builds in my next few videos. I just wanted for my first few videos to really get my style with the builds and my personal style. I always use a little bit of custom content, but I did not overload it. I definitely try to restrict myself. There's just some things I can't capture the full feel that I want without using a bit of custom content. Also, these walls, the paneling in the formal living room and the dining room are custom content. Fully recommend those. Such beautiful paneling. Pretty sure it's by Peacemaker as well. The table, I love this table because it looks like a pull-out table, like a table that extends and stuff. It looked very perfect for a classic living room, which is what I went with. Not living room. Honestly, the dining room is looking more like the living room these days. But we're moving on to the back porch. Again, love the back porch. I just really love this house. This ended up fitting in perfectly. The base seating fits in perfectly on the patio in this corner. I loved that. And it also came with some matching chairs. So Out here, like I said, between the garage and the patio, like your Sims will never get bored in this house. You have everything you could ever want. Um, Under this gazebo thing, I just did a dining set, and then you're gonna see me hang up those wall planters on these columns. So I hung 4 of them, and it looks really nice. I also put a basketball hoop up. I'm not sure if they can use that at its current height at this moment. I've not play tested it, but I will play test it first. So that might change, but I hope they can use that because that just chef's kiss. It like put the icing on top of the fucking, excuse my French. It put the icing on top of a suburban house. Like, what is a suburban house without a damn battered up basketball hoop in the garage? Like, there isn't. But anyways, to another one of my favorite rooms, the home gym. I decided to put in this little cooler that has like your little essential waters and kombuchas in it or whatever. It looks really nice down here. And then you can see I furnished the gym already. Just put a yoga mat, a treadmill. It's not too extravagant. They are still normal middle class people, but I did put the workout mat on the floor. I liked this neon sign, but you do have to go into game and change the color. I would like that to be a blue. That's another piece of custom content. That little, so is this, but that little dumbbell rack was a piece of custom content. I really sped through really quick, but the washer and dryer was custom content. It is also by Little Dika, the same guy who made the stove, the oven, and my last video. He makes amazing appliances and electronics. Here we are in the master bedroom. Didn't focus too much on filming this because it all changes. That bed goes, the side tables go. The only thing that stayed was this little makeup station that has another piece of custom content. I love that mirror. That little desk mirror is custom content, but oh, and that little candle is from the bathroom set. Another piece of custom content from the bathroom set. I love it. It's supposed to look like the Bays candle, Baies or something. That's what it's supposed to look like. I use those all the time. So, I love those. Yeah, we are almost done with the speed build, which is so weird. In my last video, I felt like I was talking for, well, I was talking for an hour, and this time I'm like hurrying up and trying to talk, but nothing too exciting, just doing the bathrooms. I wanted the bathrooms to look like they haven't really been touched or renovated. They look very nice, but they're not super modern. This is the downstairs half bath. Again, kind of outdated, but I really like that look. I like the mixing the old with the new in here. Right now I'm just detailing this upstairs kind of landing with some family photos. Way too lazy to go and take family portraits and put them up, so I always use these. I figured that a doctor lived here, so I also put the Doctor of Medicine certificate up. And then again with the whole home goodsy thing, those little metal wall pieces just look like something straight out of Home Goods, so I put those in too. Little old style rug which matches this wallpaper, which I love. It's from the Vampires pack. It has this like kind of sheen to it. It's such, as you can see, that little like metallic-y. It's an amazing wallpaper. Definitely slept on. And then now on to the little boy's room. Not a lot. I figured that these are twins, twin boy and girl, so that's what I made, 2 kids' rooms. I really like this. Let me know. I know I have like no subscribers or following, so I don't know who I'm talking to when I say this, but I think I will do a custom content showcase on the little traveler set that Harry just came out with. It's so amazing. I was looking at other showcases and I was just like, it amazes me what people do for free for custom content in this game. Like, it amazes me that people do this, because I wouldn't know where to start with custom content. But now on a little girl's room, very stereotypical pinky, white, fresh type of room. Kids' rooms are never my favorite to decorate. I really honestly should probably get the kids stuff pack, because I feel like our kids' furniture is just so stale. So that is probably a stuff pack I will invest in next. But yeah, Very basic rooms. Putting some toys down. But it looks cute. I feel like it looks cute nonetheless, but kids' rooms, I find myself always just kind of doing the same thing. This is the public, that was the public bathroom, the communal bathroom, whatever, on the second floor. Now I'm just putting some quick plants in the front. Don't you just love that door? I love that door so much. This is the guest bedroom downstairs, so I wanted to make it look very hotel-y with the whites and grays. And yeah, I think I did that. It looks so good down here. I love the little basement area. I don't do a lot of basements. I feel like I tend to forget about them until it's too late. So I'm really glad I fit this in the house because I feel like the whole renovated home gym and everything really fits in with the house and just kind of topped everything off, especially amenity wise. Like, there's nothing you could possibly need in this house. But this pretty much wraps up the end of this speed build section before we get into the little mini movie. I'm just adding in this little yoga meditation area. But I really hope you guys like this house. Do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.